Hello, welcome to episode number 23 of Chris's Moto Life. You know, we've been doing some pretty fun stuff. We've gone to the Coatesville Gran Prix, we did the Radnor Concours, we did the Rockers Roll this summer. We've done a lot of neat stuff. I mean, we've been all over in our 23 episodes. I think we started and it was the end of April, maybe the beginning of May. And right now, tomorrow's going to be the 1st of October, so we've gone on a pretty good roll on this. I'm going to tone it down a little bit today, and what we're going to do is we're going to talk about my daily driver instead of something fancy. I mean, the whole gist of Chris's Moto Life is we're trying to get you into some cars that you could afford, that I'm trying to prove to you that you don't need to be a millionaire to get into some fun cars and have a lot of fun. This is a 2001 BMW 530i, known as the E39, 2001. From I think it was 2001 until 2003 they made the 530i. The 530i, what's neat about it is it's got the same engine as the BMW X5. They had the BMW 525, the 528, and then the final iteration was the 530. Considered by many to be like one of the best engines they ever made, and I've got to agree, not just because I own one. You can't break it. All I've had to do to this engine so far is I put a new thermostat in, a new water pump, I put some new belts on it, and I also did a valve cover gasket, which I need to do again. These things are notorious though for these little tiny oil leaks, which drive me crazy. I like my stuff to be perfect. So I bought this car, gosh, it must have been 3-4 years ago. I think I paid $8,000 for it. It had 80,000 miles on it. Right now, I think we're up to about 105,000. Let's get to some details. Up front here, the front brakes. Just last week, what I did is I put on new rotors. I don't know if we can get in here. If we could see, you could see where it's got the drilled rotors. They are drilled and gas slotted rotors, and I use Akebono brake pads. You'll notice my wheels are pretty clean, and I never have to clean my wheels. What I love about these Akebonos is they're pretty much a dustless brake pad. Sure, you're gonna pay a little more for them, and there is like just a tad less initial bite on the braking, but I'm telling you, I will accept that, because I just cannot stand cleaning wheels like this. These like turbine type wheels are just a complete pain. Yeah, he was going 25 miles an hour up our street. Just typical of what you get around here. All right, something else interesting about this car. Why don't we come around? It's got 3 pedals, and it is a manual transmission. It's pretty darn clean inside. I take pretty good care of it, and I've just had nothing but good luck with this car. I just took it to a wedding yesterday, and we went to, it was in Scranton. I mean, this car will just cruise at 80 to 100 all day long, which reminds me of a funny story. I did get pulled over at 107 when I was still working up in Jersey, and the officer screamed and screamed and screamed at me and then let me off. So must be all that clean living that I did. Another thing about this is a daily driver. You'll see where I've got some dents on it. I don't know if we could show the dent on the top where a tree actually fell on top of it. I used to get really bent out of shape about stuff like that, but who are we trying to kid? This is a daily driver, and I'll show you. I mean, I'll show you the engine. We'll take a look at that. This is just driver quality. Look at that filthy, dirty engine. I mean, it's actually not oily or anything like that, but it's all dusty. This is my daily driver, but this is the great 6-cylinder engine. I'm going to show you something else cool about this car. Look at the size of that trunk. You could throw in everything. I have this thing where I don't like to put any items inside my car. I don't like anything to be on the seats. Anything that could be a projectile in case of an accident, I just can't have that in my car. All right, so you know what, guys? You're probably asking, you know, Chris, you're a sporty guy. You've got a Porsche in there, you've got a Lotus, you've got a bunch of sport bikes. Why would you drive a BMW 5 Series? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because I kind of hinted at it in the beginning. I paid $8,000 for this car. It was a $40,000 car when it was new. And the sad fact of the matter is that nobody wants BMW 5 Series. If you're looking for a really reliable, dependable car, an E39 BMW 5 Series is just a great, great buy. There's just, you know, I mean, it's like nobody wants them. They're cheaper. I wanted a 3 Series. I thought it would be way cooler to have a younger person's 3 Series BMW, but this was just so much cheaper that it just made sense to buy one of these. So this is it, man. Now you see what I drive for my daily driving. It's not really all that, like we say, it's not all that sporty, it's not all that elegant, it's not all that exotic. But you know what? I jump in it in the morning, I turn the key, and it works. We're going to the track tomorrow. I've got all kinds of stuff going on, so I figured I would just kind of take you to my house, let you see what's going on. If we look over there, you can see a big, huge pile of wood. The fall's coming, and we've been splitting wood for, God, we split wood all day Friday, and we still have more wood to go. Well, I just want to say thank you so much, as always, for joining me in Chris's Moto Life. I'm glad that you tuned in, and as always, I want you to have just a phenomenally awesome week. Take care, guys.